Yes.
I have a question for you. What if we use GPA without Spring Boot? Then all of those annotations and stuff they go away, right? Because those come in with Spring Boot.
The annotations that we've been looking at are standard JPA annotations. They're part of the Java X.persistence library. But they are implemented by the Spring Boot framework. But you can plug in any other framework that supports JPA. Just Hibernate happens to be the standard implementation, but there's many other vendors that have other implementations of the JPA standard. Just like JDBC, we never used any vendor-specific libraries. We always were compiling against what is it, java.sql, connection, statement, result set. Those are all JDBC standards. So all those annotations are JPA standards, not specific to any vendor.
Create a Java project like not from Spring Boot,
Yep.
create like an LGPT
Yep.
Java project. We would, if we import like the Java exposition, we would be able to use the annotation.
Yeah, so you would have to have the same MySQL connector, but then in the POM file, you would have to provide whatever JPA provider you want to use. OpenJPA is another one, so you could use instead OpenJPA instead of Spring Boot. And it will have its own configuration. So in the application.properties file, probably will have vendor-specific configurations on where the jar files are to find them in your location. You'll probably have to add them to your class path or add them to the project, so that they. Although probably the POM file will do that for you. It'll download it to the Maven's repository, and it'll all be linked when you build the project into the target. Yeah. So yeah, Hibernate is the default implementation, but yeah, you can use other ones.
For JDBC, none of this, we don't need any application or properties. None of that needs.
For JDBC, there's two versions of JDBC. The one we're using is the lowest level implementation, which directly connects to the database. There's a second version of JDBC, JDBC 2, that all those packages are under Java X as well. So there's Java.sql, and there's also Java X.sql. And those allow you to connect to the data sources, just like JPA is connected to the data source. JDBC also can connect to a pool of connections. Instead of opening the connection every time, you can ask for a connection. But then that goes into configuring JNDI, configuring a whole bunch of other things that I didn't want to get into. There's a lot more configuration. But yeah, you could use the if you're comfortable with using JDBC 2.0, then sure, use that. But if you're using the version we use, you don't need application.properties.